congressmen are looking into the Ormoc ferry tragedy that claimed dozens of lives last week.
On top of their agenda is finding out exactly what went wrong that caused the MB Kim Nirvana B to capsize. Fiona Nicolas reports from the House of Representatives. Fiona.
The House Committee on Transportation is looking into the Kim Nirvana C tragedy, where at least 62 passengers died when MV Kim Nirvana capsized off the coast of Ormoc last July 2. Legislators would like to find out why it sank and how will such incidents be prevented from happening again. Here at the ongoing hearing are Administrator Maximo Mejia Jr. of Marina, Admiral Rodolfo Isorena from the Philippine Coast Guard, and representatives from the Transportation Department. Mejia has explained the circumstances that led to the capsizing of MV Kim Nirvana. He said the boat was overcrowded but not overloaded when the accident happened. Mejia said Nirvana can hold at most 300 passengers when it comes to its weight capacity. But the congressmen are not satisfied with Marina's answer. They suggest that members of the House panel go to Ormoc and see for themselves how the port is being run. Lawmakers have also asked Marina why boats with wooden hulls are still allowed to transport passengers when recently banned by the government in 2003, and phasing out of boats with wooden hulls should be finished by 2010. Mejia said wooden hulls are still allowed to travel as of this moment, and in fact, Kim Nirvana has a wooden hull. Mejia explained boats with wooden hulls can still travel since the circular was revoked by former DOTC Secretary Leandro Mendoza during Arroyo administration. Philippine Coast Guard Admiral Rodolfo Isorena says the captain of MV Kim Nirvana declared the wrong number of passengers in the manifesto. This is why the total number of survivors and casualties is more than the number of passengers in the manifesto. But Isorena admits the Coast Guard accepted the manifesto at face value and did not check the actual number of passengers who went on board Nirvana. He says the Coast Guard is undermanned and it is primary responsibility of the captain to declare the names and the number of the passengers on his boat. Isorena says, however, the Coast Guard is doing its own investigation to determine the culpability of its own people for allowing such an overcrowded boat to sail. Back to you.
Thank you, Fiona Nicolas, reporting from the House of Representatives.